Alright guys, I'm back and I have found a giant cow. I'm actually on the way to... There was one other place I wanted to go to here that I have not really looked at. I got close to it and I sort of walked away from it because I didn't want to do it without recording. But I have found a tree. Which is, I think, the last... I mean, I haven't... This is the first time I've encountered a tree, so I don't know what it's going to look like. And I don't know... I think it might be the last unique thing in this biome that I haven't actually seen yet. I mean, there is a... If I recall from other people's videos, there is a large canyon or something that you can find, but that I haven't found yet, but I think that's the only other thing in this biome has to offer, which means I don't know. The tree is still red, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make any progress as far as the tree goes. But I at least want to see it. I at least want to try something, try it out, especially with my badass crossbow that I have now. And really, this is the last thing holding me back in this biome. I think right after this, even if, whether I finish the tree or not, I'm going to move on to the next biome and really start exploring. Especially now that I have this new format that I'm following. Ooh, hello. That is really neat. Let's see. Let's get a better angle here. Wow, that's pretty cool. Question is, how the hell am I going to get up there? I guess I could use my glider from here. This is going to be interesting. Let's try this out, because I know I don't have enough stamina to climb up the tree from the bottom. So I might not even have enough to get here with the glider. But, oh, I might make it. I might make it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, oh. And the boss is right here. That's interesting. +3 goblin. He's yellow, so this I'm definitely not gonna. This is not gonna go well at all for me. And I hear a battle going on here. But let's try it anyway. Oh, oh. Yeah, that's about as long as I thought I would survive. Let's try it again. Let's see if we can. Maybe we can pull him down out of the tree. Maybe. I wonder if he'll take fall damage if he jumps out of the tree. That would be fortuitous. Alright, so continuing on with my rambling Sunday topics here, as I'm going to have to do something to keep you interested as I get owned over and over again here, as I suspect I will. I've just recorded another episode of Side Quests. My Side Quest series where I just do like one-off videos. I just played Citizens of Earth, which is an RPG, top-down RPG, you know, animated game, turn-based RPG game, in the style of Earthbound. In fact, that's what the developers' words there, that they were inspired by Earthbound. Excuse me. And I had some fun in that. You can go watch the video if you so desire. I only played about a half an hour. I don't know how long the demo actually is. I started I started playing a little bit more than that. Um, I should say, really, I played about an hour, but I'm only going to show about a half an hour of it because it's. I don't know how long it's going to go for, and I started to really get decimated because didn't grind in the beginning there. So there's that piece, and that looks like a kind of a neat game. They were only um, their Kickstarter was for $100,000, and they're only about I think 26,000 into it as far as as it goes from this recording, and I think they only had about 6 days left, so it's not insurmountable. There's that whole Kickstarter bump that you get in the last couple of days, especially in the last couple of 48 hours, because that's when all the reminders start going out to people who have said, remind me later. But we'll see. Hopefully they get there at least enough to do the funding, the $100,000. They had a bunch of stretch goals that were ambitious, but I don't think they're going to make any of those stretch goals, honestly, unless they get a massive influx of donations. So that's kind of cool. That a little bit different mechanics in that game. The idea that you can recruit a whole bunch of NPCs, not just your typical classes. So, but go check that out. I do some more information on that. In the meantime, I've had about all I can take of this tree here. So I'm going to call this good, and I'm going to make my way to the next biome. I think I've done all that there is to do here. So it's time to go explore. All right, I'm back, and I'm almost to the edge of this biome. This will be the first time I have left this biome. I have been playing in this one biome, I think the total of about 20 hours, maybe. And I'll let those witches go by so I don't have to deal with them. So I'm just going to follow the path that I said initially I would do. All the challenges along this path I've basically taken care of. The only thing I didn't show was the canyon. And that's mostly because I didn't really find a reason to be there and to fight in there. I fought in enough canyons as it is. Although that is where I did find the crossbow, this amazing crossbow of amazingness. So, on to more topics here. So I talked about the mobile stuff. I'm looking for some good, now that I have the ability to record, I'm looking for some good mobile games, Android games, to look at, indie Android games. I'm trying not to do any sort of AAA games, be it mobile or otherwise. And that's really I guess that comes down to a more of an appreciation thing. I do play some AAA games. Right now, off camera, I play Saints Row 4. I've gotten a little bit of a distance through that. I played almost all of Saints Row 3. Well, all of the and we're in a new biome now. Sweet. Although it looks like it's tiny compared to the other biome we've been in, but it looks almost the same to what I've to the other biome here. Although I noticed that the temperature has changed up there. It's 16 degrees centigrade. So it's warmer. But it looks pretty much the same from my initial glance here. I'm going to stay, for right now, I'm going to stay on the path because I want to find the city that is in the center of this. The city of Orior, however you pronounce that, the lands of Aurora. So I want to find the city of Aurora. So I'm not going to stray too far off unless something piques my interest. For right now, at least until I get to the city, because that's where I want to save my session. Yeah, see, this is, I don't know what it is, but I did some exploring. I do some exploring in Minecraft, and what little I played of Terraria, I did a little bit of exploring in there, but for some reason this game, I enjoy the exploration tremendously. I think it's just, there's a certain beauty to everything here, that just makes it, like right now I can just glide over this. If I had better stamina, I would just glide all the time here, because it's just the terrain generation is just beautiful in this game. I just love it. There really isn't another game that I can say compares to it, honestly. Another procedurally generated sandbox game, that really compares to it. I love it. Which is part of the reason why it pained me so much to throw away all this footage. I mean, this is right here, this footage that I would normally just toss on the ground, and you would never see it. I would just magically appear in the new biome, in the new city, and then magically appear at the next point of battle. So I feel like, in a way, I feel like I'm doing a disservice, because there is this whole part of the game that I just love. I mean, this is the part I love the most, really. It's just walking around and exploring. So anyway, I was starting a topic here. As far as what kind of games that I typically play, I do play some AAA games. I don't record them, mostly because I don't want to deal with legal departments if I can help it. I know there are quite a few out there that just automatically give you permission, and I'm grateful for that. But I really feel like I want to give indies the spotlight, because there are a lot of good indie games out there that simply don't get picked up, even by the major gaming sites and the major gaming YouTubers. They might do a blurb here and there, but maybe not do a video on it or anything like that. So I kind of want to give them the spotlight. I kind of want to focus on them on the channel. And the same goes for mobile gaming as well. And I think they appreciate it more. I think the indies tend to appreciate the bump more than anybody else does. Especially considering that I don't currently monetize anything. I'm doing this all for free. Put a bunch of money into it, but I'm doing it all for free. Money for equipment and whatnot. So, as far as mobile gaming goes, that's what I'm looking at. I'm trying to find some good mobile games. As I mentioned earlier, or perhaps in a previous episode. I assume it's going to be a previous episode that I mentioned this in. I'm recording this all in one session, but this will probably end up being two episodes. Um, I been playing Raven Shard or Raven Sword Shadowlands. Yeah. Uh, and that's been kicking my butt pretty heavily. So I'm hoping I can get some actual good footage there. And I appear to have run across something I haven't seen before. Oh, a castle. Wow. This place is tremendous. This is huge. And it's way above my level. You know I'm going to be coming back here at some point. I still got a bit of a way to go here. So yeah, I've been playing that. Hopefully I get enough footage that I can actually do 15-minute episodes of that and have them be not me repeatedly dying over and over and over and over again. So if there's anything else out there that I'm just kind of keeping an eye out for it, since I've been mostly keeping an eye on PC games. In addition to that, I've been looking at what is it? I've been looking at I can't remember the name of it now. This is what I get for not having notes. Never shoot from the hip. Oh, Cosmic Star Heroine. That's what it is. I just participated in the Kickstarter for that, and I just before recording this, an email saying that they've hit their Kickstarter funding goal. Well ahead of schedule, as far as I know. Excuse me for a minute. Wow. My throat is a bit parched. They just hit their Kickstarter funding goal, and that is by Zeboid Games. I've played a few of their games. I played some of the Penny Arcade games. I also played Breath of Death 7, not all the way through, but some of it, and Cthulhu Saves the World. Played a little bit of that too. So I'm familiar with Zeboid and the way they do things. And they have a new game that they're kickstarting that just passed their Kickstarter called Cosmic Star Heroine. And that looks interesting. They're mostly an RPG shop. I mean, pretty much every game that they've done is an RPG as far as I know. So I'm looking forward to that. That looks like an interesting little take. I don't know what you would call it. Is it more like a? It's an action RPG with it's a sci-fi theme. So obviously, right away, sci-fi themes trump all others for me. So you know, I tend to like sci-fi games in all their forms, except for maybe puzzle games. And I think it had sort of a comic bookish feel to it from the videos. I don't know if that's what they're actually going for, like an anime type of thing, or not. But that's kind of the vibe I got from it. So that is going on. That ooh, found another. Looks like I got more ruins here. So that is another game that I'm keeping my eye on. Hopefully that'll be coming out soon. I have also, on a side note, I own Terraria. I bought it way back when. I still have version 1.0. I don't think I don't have it installed on here, but I do have it in Steam, in my Steam library. And that just came out with version 1.2, which I'm watching some videos of, and it looks pretty insane. It's a very, very big update. They've updated, put a lot into it, and a lot of different NPCs, and a lot of UI treatments and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. I don't think that I will do any videos of that. Just because well, number one, I have a lot on my plate as it is, and I don't have a whole lot of time just in general. But also, I only played Terraria for about 6 hours, and then I got really tired of it, which is odd to say because I've played Minecraft for hundreds of hours. You would think that Terraria would be right up in my alley, but I never quite, I don't know, I never quite got into it, which is a shame because it looks like a really fun game. It's just I never could, it just was very boring for me for whatever reason. So I got some emeralds right here out in the open. So that's out there. If you have Terraria or you've never played Terraria, you might want to go check them out and see if it's something that's up your alley. Along those same lines, I have heard that there's I think they announced a week ago or so, Redigit. Redigit's the ones that do Terraria, I believe. Announced that they were thinking about doing a Terraria 2. So that's exciting because it sort of died, Terraria itself, and then all of a sudden it just came out like, oh, here's 1.2, and oh, by the way, we're going to come out with the Terraria 2, or we're thinking about designing and developing a second game in the series. Sorry, I'm trying to take in all the sights here. I'm in a brand new city here, all wood, and I I walk into buildings on horseback. That's just how I roll. Ooh, a different iron lamp. This is a green one. Now I've heard that I don't know if you remember back. I was wondering why you could buy iron lamps. I've heard that the different colored ones are brighter, which I could definitely use. So I think I'm most definitely going to buy that and equip it. If I can find where it went. There we go. Yeah. So we'll get a chance to try that out at some point. So that's cool. And I think that's about going to do it for this episode. I guess what is the status of this series going to be? The series is going to continue, but it's going to be more of a rambling Sunday series, rambling occasional Sunday series. So I hope everyone has enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode.